Yeah, baby. Yeah. The Mac is back with another demo review. Can't really show off the biceps with this woolen shirt, but we'll have to do without that. I'm sure we'll get over this tremendous loss. My biceps aren't quite big enough to punch through the fiber. It is a bit nippy in the studio, so what are you gonna do? Hello, the initiated. My name is Marcus Unikala, and today we're looking at a classic. This is the point where I admit I do not know how to actually pronounce the name of the company. I don't know if I've ever seen an official statement on how it's pronounced. I've always said Yuhi, but in any case, it's a name you should know, and a name that many of you do know. They are absolutely at the forefront of realistic, detailed modeling of a bunch of things, but me, among many other people, primarily know them because of the synthesizers they do. I've got Diva from Yuhi. I've got Zebra 2 from Yuhi, both absolutely fantastic. I use them all the time. Obviously, you've seen me do some of the Luftroom sound pack demos, and you know, they make those, for example, for the Yuhi stuff. But today, looking at another classic alongside Diva and Zebra 2, the Repro package. And in fact, when you get Repro, you get not only one synth, but actually two. You get Repro 1 and then you get Repro 5. I think I'm going to do Repro 5 just in this video and do a separate video on Repro 1 because they are different synths. You just happen to get them in the same package. What is Repro 5? Well, it's I believe modeling the legendary Prophet 5 DSI synth, which is, you know, one of the most liked, one of the classic polyphonic synths. Obviously, as the name implies, the original analog synth had 5 voice polyphony. This one, if you go to this top corner there where it says, well, not corner, but it says voices 8, you can actually adjust this from there, but we're gonna go with that 8 thingy. But if you want to emulate the Prophet 5 in its full glory, then you can also do a 5 voicing thingy majingy with it. So first of all, thank you for Yuhi. Thank you to Yuhi for sending me this synth. It's something I wanted to look into for a long time, and shot them an email, and they were kind enough to send me a copy. As always, all opinions are my own, both in good and bad. I haven't been asked to say anything, nor would I ever do demos or reviews in that way. As always, you'll only hear the instrument in action, so I only have the limiter on my master bus to bring the level to a somewhat decent level for this video. And in terms of the agenda of today, we're going to do what I tend to do quite a bit, which is try and play as many of the presets as possible. Just give you an idea of what this thing sounds right out of the box. Obviously, there are many sound packs for this out there. And again, I'm going to mention Luftroom because those are some of the best ones that I know of. But right out of the box, it obviously has a bunch of presets in there made by, I'm sure, a bunch of great sound designers as well. So I just want to show you how that works. In terms of how technical we're going to get, not very. I'm sure YouTube is filled with people who do an extensive technical look into what this thing can do. And also I tend to make demos for people who are already sort of perhaps more in the loop of how synths actually work. And again, if you're looking for a technical demo, you're going to find other people who could do that 1,000 times better than I ever could, even if I tried. So I just want to show you how it behaves out of the box. That being said, if I do find a sound that I want to tweak, then I will tweak it, obviously. But I think that covers the basics here. We do have a lot of stuff to go through. Obviously, I'm not going to play every single preset because that would take probably half of my life. There's a lot of stuff in here. Basses, leads, keys, and also you can see that if I scroll here, just one of these pages has quite a bit of stuff in there. So they've really put a good amount of starting points or these presets in here. Quite interesting to see what some of these sounds like pads. Orchestral seems kind of interesting. But yeah, basses, leads, keys of different sorts, chords, pads, synths, pads, orchestral, effects, percussion loops. Historic. This is actually pretty interesting. And then we have convergence, which is a Luftrump pack, which I will be demoing separately as well. But we'll go through each of these folders to some extent, and I'll go based on really the appeal of the name. I'm sorry, I will do that kind of a curation, but you know, I have to limit this demo somehow. Ooh, Howard Scar has been doing stuff. Well, I'm not surprised because he's been doing stuff for them, but you know, he does a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, just a brief overview of this interface. You have synth, which is the synth view. Then you have preset, which is the preset view, which we just checked out, and then tweaks. And this is where stuff gets really cool. I love this. I'm not you know, technical enough, or you know, well, maybe that's not the correct way of saying it. In most cases, I want to find presets that are really cool, and I'll be able to tweak them to precisely my liking. But this is where you go under the hood to do as precise work as you want at the component level. So they actually do, I believe, model these individual components, and you as a user can also go in there and tweak them, which is really cool. I think it proves a lot of the concept, and also gives you obviously more artistic freedom and ability to tweak your sounds. A lot of manufacturers say, you know, they do component modeling. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. And not just, I don't mean in the synth realm. This isn't, you know, I don't have anyone specific in mind. A lot of the plugin manufacturers who do analog modeling, you know, compressors, EQs, whatever they're doing, saturation, say that they're doing component modeling, but they're, you know, who knows? You can't really ever be sure of it. Obviously, what matters is what it sounds like. But, you know, here, at least some of the proof is in the pudding. And this is super cool. I'm sure if you're a super synthy geek type of a person, this is really cool stuff. Cool. As we said, voices here, you can make it monophonic, or you can make it whatever you want, up to 8 voices. And at this stage, I should again mention, as I've done with some Yuhi synthesizers before, it is known that they can be CPU intensive. Obviously, it depends on the preset, depends on what it's doing, but because you do have such, you know, multi-layer modeling of individual components, and then you have obviously effects and stuff going on, it can be very CPU intensive. Trade-off is sound that tends to be pretty fucking cool sounding. So, you know, you have to be the judge of whether the cost to benefit ratio is something that you're after. I tend to really focus on the fidelity, so I don't mind, you know, playing a synth part and then freezing that or rendering that to audio and moving on. You can always obviously unfreeze and so forth, but something to keep in mind, these can be, depending on the preset, quite CPU intensive. But again, you're gonna have to be the judge of whether that's worth it to you. A general tuning button, I realize you probably don't see my cursor, unfortunately. In the top right corner, tuning and also general output. Then you have a further setting button, which I'm scared to press, and I did. And yeah, cool. I don't even know. That's scary. Looks scary. Let's not do that. Voice mod, oscillator, A and B, so two oscillator system. You got this matrix, which allows you to move stuff about. Mixer, pretty basic. Filter, pretty basic. Obviously, amp section, pretty basic. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the original Repro-5 and what this models, people tend to find it very soft, warm, full, pleasing, and creating those minor, tiny analog nuances and random, unpredictable changes in detail. That tends to be what people like. But yeah, okay, I think that's enough for now. Let's not even start with the default that opens up. Let's go into basses. Oh, I did it again. Basses. And I'll do, I think it's reasonable if I try and do one per kind of type. But if there's something that, you know, really calls out to me, I'll go with that. So I wonder if, yes, so the 3 letters in the beginning are based on the sound designer. So I think it's fair if I do one per sound designer. That will be probably plenty enough. And if not, we can always loop back and, you know, do that. I know Arcsun has, if I remember correctly, done stuff for Lufttrim as well. So cool. Fat cheeks. Well, how can we can't skip that. Okay, let's go. Again, I will have to adjust the limiter as we go along. So if you see me playing with the mouse, that's what I'm doing, because there is a lot of fluctuation in the level, I'm sure. So let's do Fat Cheeks. I never expected to say that in a demo, but so already, oh yeah, and obviously I haven't played much of this at all. I've literally opened the default preset and set some kind of a level. This is completely uncharted territory for me. And you know, I do this to try and give my authentic response to things, but this sounds really juicy. This sounds really, really, really pleasant. Obviously in a monophonic state here, but yes, very, very juicy and very, you know, it's gonna be like, you can't be doing a demo of a virtual analog modeling synth these days, or even play an analog synth for that matter, and say things like warm and thick, because that's what everybody is expecting, that's what everybody is thinking. But I would use those words here. It is tremendously pleasant to listen to the details of that, but yeah, a bit more. So one of the things I do want to do here is try and look for where is the overall distortion? Okay, effects. There we go. So there is like a distortion, general distortion analog modeling that is in here. And I believe this is a feature of the Prophet 5 as well. So you got soft clip, hard clip, fold back, and corrode. So if I just do soft clip, I wonder, yeah, now that's in. Now it's not. So I think the sound could benefit from a bit of distortion. So I'll just test this out a bit. So you get the idea. Actually really pleasant sounding. Let's do hard clip. Cool. I want to check what corrode does. It's like a bit crushing thingy majingy. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so I said one per person. Let's stick to that. These ones are from Ayin Zahev. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but let's do the drive. Listen to that noise. That noise is super pleasant. Those kind of tiny details, like this thing about something sounding analog is not a simple conversation at all. And it's these kind of tiny details that create a sense of, let's say, thickness or warmth. And you know, noise is a huge part of that, but that's so tastefully balanced there. Of course, I could use the arpeggiator, I think. Where the heck is it, by the way? Why am I... Does the original have an arpeggiator? Does it not? Well, I mean, in any case, you can sequence that in your MIDI editor. I actually need to check that up. That is very good sounding. And I would, yes, say that sounds pretty darn analog. Okay, let's do something from Chris K. So he's got 3 in here. Let's do Tesseract. Okay, that sounds succulent as hell. Listen, like that thickness. Like there is that. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it's warm, it's thick. Sounds a bit like I don't know what it reminds me of. Okay, that is super pleasant sounding. Wow. It is just so present, so it is juicy. That's what I'd say. Juicy. No, that's not good enough. I can do better. Juicy. No, that's not good enough. I need to access my lower register a bit. Juicy. No, I'll get there. Ooh, yeah, good stuff. Okay, let's do something from Electric Himalaya. We will do dark synth pop. Very nice. It has a very, very satisfying sound to it. Foldback bass by Howard Scar. It's that tiny detail there in the beginning of the transient. Again, makes it sound very pleasing and very, very satisfying. Yeah, very good. Obviously shows you that obviously much of that perception comes from how it's actually, you know, synthesized, you know, what they've done in the interface or with the synth, but you could do that with something else and it wouldn't be as succulent. Let's do Juno bass. Cool. Ooh, by Luftrum. Well, I found you, dude. Wow. Well, I mean, just achieving that that effect alone is worth of applause. If you want to melt your brain, that's what it does. Michael or Mikael, is that Adel? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's do What are we going to do from you, Michael? Mass Enchanter. Again, it's so effortlessly satisfying. Beautiful in a present way, but it's not intrusive in any sense, like in any negative sense. Very nice. Okay, Matthew Johnson has done Woody. Kind of a rubbery, plucky thing. Let's do Rogue 3001 from Plug Hugger. Again, same thing, like so pleasant, so pleasing to listen to. And also that reverb is so tastefully done, perfect for that sense of space. Let's do Menace by Rob Clifton Harvey. Interesting how it's so gnarly and growly, but again it sits in a beautiful place in the mix. It's like you get the effect of it, but it's not taking excessive space, and it's very, very effective, very pleasant to listen to. You could listen to this for a long time, whereas if you made something growly and gritty, those tend to get very taxing on the ear very quickly. And indeed, these are like qualities that tend to be described as some of the upsides of analog equipment period, not just synthesizers, but other stuff. Very nice. Okay, let's do Sound Machine by Sound 7. And again, we have 3 voices here, so you hear some of the notes disappear as I play. I wonder if my computer is going to blow up if I put 8 voices on this, but this is a super, like the distortion here is so well done. I actually want to see what they have done here. Yeah, a bit of bit crushing, but it's It's very crispy, very pleasant to listen to. Yeah, so pleasant to listen to. That's really cool. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff from SD, who sounds divine. So, let's do raw drive or transistor distortion. I can't resist transistor distortion. Yeah, sweet, really good stuff. Got something from by Sasha Eversmeyer, future pop bass. Very nice. We got somebody called, oh shit. No, we don't have anyone called, oh shit. We got somebody called the Unshushable Cocter. You're gonna have to explain me that. Okay, these seem to be maybe something like more traditional type. Maybe, like, let's do Digital Blast. Let's see what that sounds like. Very nice. Actually, quite a pleasant balance of things. Okay, we got XS left, who is known as Xenos Soundworks, and we are gonna do Detroit Technoid. Cool. All right. Let's do leads. Do we have any less stuff in here? Well, not really. So, fuck me. We're gonna stay the course. Arc. Again, let's do. These sound all very interdisting. Aggressor. AZ, you're gonna give us Ascension. very nice kind of a traditional synth sound. A lot of people are going to find a lot of use in that. Rubik's. Nice. Again, so thick, so pleasing. Something from Electric Himalaya again. Let us do Dark Weather Lead. Bit of a limiter clipping there. It's not the instrument. Yeah, very nice. That is going to be pretty useful in many cases. Okay, Howard Scar, we have come to play another preset from you. Broken Ideals. It's a bit of a pushy distortion, resonance build up there. Let's do Lead Levitation. Again, very nice. A lot of these sounds are kind of traditional in the sense that I wouldn't personally be writing a lot of music with them, but they do offer that kind of, like, a lot of people, a lot of synth heads are gonna love this stuff. And again, don't get me wrong, you can take these sounds as starting points and go wherever you wish. And also, obviously, it depends on the context. Like, I'm sure I'll bump into some stuff I want to write in the future that leans heavier into, you know, more traditional sounds. Luftrum, native flute. Pretty much a perfect sound for that, you know, synth sound. Perfect execution for that. Seducerer. Very nice. Modern theremin, yeah. Exploration pluck. excuse my shoddy playing. Really cool sound. Very well designed there. Let's do vintage sync. Limiter clipping. It is not the instrument. What a beautiful sound. And again, here it's like where that analog truthfulness really shines. I also love how responsive it is to the velocity of your playing, and also like how that velocity actually triggers the synth. I really feel a good connection to the dynamics, like it is responding to what I'm playing in a very nice way. Cool. One lonesome wave. Absolutely beautiful. I love that sound. Very, very nice. Vic France has done Guitar Saturated. Very nice. Vic understands distortion really well. It's especially for these kind of things where you're playing something chordal, it really bites nicely into that without being excessive. Okay, let's do something from Excess, Xenos, Soundworks. One last for the leads. Let us do chiptune influence. We're on it already. Again, even when they're going into these digital type sounds, they're so pleasant to play and listen to. Like, it's very satisfying. Miami Drive. So we're in Keys Synths right now. So kind of a classic sound. Corroded Square. Stupendid. Bit of a limiter clipping there, but cool. Super nice. Again, it's so fluffy, so effortless. Yeah, and it is worn, I'll say that. My neck is beginning to hurt again because of health issues unknown, but I will try and not squirm around too much, but I do apologize if I, you know, gotta be stretching it or try and do something about it. That was a really good sound. Okay, let's do something from Howard Scar again. Howard has a good sense for naming patches. Pleasant puffiness. Synthwave poly 80s. Cool. Discover the portal. Again, that kind of puffiness, very nice quality. Super nice. Very nice, very interesting combination of things going on. Okay, I could play that all day. Wow. Stunning. And also the reverb. Wow. Really great sounding. All right. Oh, crap. I wonder... I don't know if this is kind of not responding great to dragging. Now it's working fine, but I don't know what I'm maybe doing wrong there. Let's do old oscillators. Sounds broken. Guess that's the kind of the point, Marcus. Disharmonics. Wow, incredible playing. Yeah. Again, beautiful execution. Fractured Dream. Does sound very fractured. Keys in space. Limiter clipping. Limiter clipping. Yeah, beautiful space pads. Super impressed by that. All right. Oh, Twitter account. Yeah, that is what it officially actually sounds like. Dusty old computer, I gotta do that. Again, going for that kind of digital sound, but it sounds so pleasant. It's not rough at all. Pianos and organs. This is probably a category that is somewhat less of my interest, if I'm honest, and for the sake of time, because I have been going now for almost an hour. Okay, so we gotta start being a bit more brutal about this. Pianos and organs. So, not a huge organ guy in many cases. Obviously, sometimes it does what it needs to do. Let's do a few from here. Absolutely beautiful. I'm glad I did something from here. Not the chord I wanted to go into, but it's fine. beautiful. And again, I love how it responds to my velocity. Like obviously a lot of synths are velocity responding, but this, it feels like it's genuinely doing a different thing. It's not just a volume thing. It's not just a slight tweak. It feels more like an instrument. That is really, really pleasant to play. Let's try and find a couple of more. Couple of more peace flutes. All right. Let us do Golden Age. Cool. LF Overdrive. Very nice. Again, very thick, very juicy sounding. Super good. Jupiter Descending. Okay, one of those. Plucks and Mallets. Again, let's go take a few of these. Again, it's so tactile, so nicely responding. Notice if you're searching for those more classic type of sounds, this definitely has what you're looking for. Couple of more. All right. Very pleasant sound. That's gonna go into some of the stuff I want to do in the future. Let's do pizzicato. Not exactly a string pizzicato, which I was foolishly expecting. Let's do one more. Cool. Keys, brass and strings. Again, let's do a few from here. Yeah, it's super dense sounding. Wonder what's happening there. Again, these are the more kind of classic sounds that you get from these analog instruments. Not typically what I tend to go for first, but again, I know a ton of people are exactly looking for stuff like this. Again, it's so three-dimensional, and this responsiveness really is super cool. Chords, I don't tend to do these because they're, you know, preset in harmony. Obviously, you can tweak stuff, but let's do a couple. So there's a dance track for you. Oh, whatever, not dance. House, yes, thank you. Yeah, that's what they sound like. If you're into it, I mean, I'm sure they sound as stellar sound-wise as the other ones. Pads, synths. Okay, here we go. Oh man, I have to do reverse time if you name it like that. Very cool. Limiter clipping. Oh, that's nice how it fades. Okay, this is going to be one of those walking away moments. That is stellar. That is so good sounding. Wow. Okay, I was hoping with the mod wheel something stunning would happen, so let's go into that. Good. Good? Great. Great. Perfect. Yeah, that's crazy good. Nice. Ghost ship. Okay, one of those. Light and shadow. Very nice. You know, perfect execution if you're going for that kind of a sound. Beautiful soundscapey type of a sound from Luftrum. Fields of Serenity. These are so effortless to listen to. That's what I love about it, because like a lot of us know what it's like to mix stuff and how much it sucks and how it sounds like shit. And when you're dealing with these type of sounds, it's just it will be very different. So a very crazy sound, but beautiful imaging. Eternal Sadness. Well, I know everything about this, so I gotta play it. From experience, I can say that's exactly what Eternal Sadness sounds like. Beautiful, beautiful preset. Cool. Dystopian Winds. Very cool. Gotta do Horizon Strings. Tad bit wobbly. Shaman's Brew. Very nice. Bit of tweaking. Okay, pads orchestral. Yeah, super cinematic. I love how you go up in the mod, gives you this kind of whistly, more succumbed sound. Yeah, beautiful. Definitely gonna use that. Let's do Cold Dreams. Not sure where the orchestral thing comes. Maybe it's something to do with the original layout, or maybe that's just a way of saying, I don't know, cinematic or something like that. Let me know. I think it probably is something like along the lines of cinematic. Ambient Lazurium pad. Very nice, very pleasant. Next up, Deep Sleep. Very cool. Reminds me of some of the Luftrum stuff. You can make that absolutely huge sounding. Soprano choir. I'm a bit too curious not to play that. Those kind of things can be really useful when you're going for something, how should I put it? You want to evoke a familiar impulse, but not do the thing, and find there to be a strange disconnect. Beautiful. I love those overtones. When you stay down here, the brightness becomes... It's a bit excessive down here for my taste, but when you stay here, the overtones... Ooh, it's beautiful sense of... I don't know what it evokes, but... something strong. Beautiful, interesting particles in there. Bit of tweaking. It's going to be great. Cool. Again, a bit of tweaking. We'll do what I want to do. Okay. Yeah, all right, so that was that folder. Got a few effects here. Could do a few of these. Don't tend to use them a ton, but to get a general idea of what's in there. Percussion, okay, this is probably pretty interesting. It's a good sounding. Obviously you need to find the note you want to be on. All right. So some of them are dependent on pitch, some of them are not. This is really useful if you're trying to kind of, well, you can find a lot of these drum sounds are obviously, or were made with these actual synths. And we hear them today and kind of take them for granted, but a lot of them are, you know, originate from these synths. So it's cool to have in there. And oftentimes you're missing something and then you know, can venture in here and try and find something that, works. Okay, loops. Let's see what this is. By the way, I have to say I'm not seeing any significant CPU spikes, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I wonder if this historic folder is precisely, you know, taken from the, or the concept is taken from the original synth. This is great for enthusiasts of the original one. And obviously these can be, a lot of the great sounds that we love derive from the original synth. That's a stupid statement. But like, these are things that a lot of people are looking for, and they can also be a great starting point that you're already familiar with. You know, okay, I want to take that sound, but take it into this direction. So if these are what I think they are, it's pretty cool. Cool. All right. I think we actually did it. We went through all the folders, covered quite a bit of ground. I hope I've sufficiently demonstrated to you what this sounds like. Obviously, there's still so much in there, so many presets, so much stuff to dig into. So if you've been at all impressed by anything that we happen to bump into, I'm sure this is even more to offer you, but also just to demonstrate you the sound of it. I've said this many times throughout this demo, but I'm super impressed by the effortlessness and the pleasantness of these sounds. It's really hard to, oftentimes when we're making music, we're trying to kind of remove the sound almost, go straight into emotion, go straight into evoking a story, a narrative, and emotions in listeners. We don't really necessarily, in many cases, at least for the majority of listeners, we don't want them to think about, oh, that's a nice piano, or that's a nice synth, or whatever. And we want to tell a story in the form of sound. And oftentimes doing that requires sounds like these. They make listening to music so effortless and easy, and obviously makes the job of mixing very easy. And this is really a pattern that I've been recognizing now for some time now, and really gravitate towards sounds and sound sources that do that. So obviously this is a huge win in my books. I do think it sounds very pleasant if I would compare it to the analog synthesizers that I've had or played or used. I would be more than happy to use this against them or instead of them. And in fact, I would probably use this anyway because it's more convenient in the computer. I can have as many instances and so forth. Don't get me wrong, I love hardware as well, but my process has certain things that I prefer, and I just care about great sound, and this definitely delivers in that department. But I would be more than happy to put this up against any of the real world hardware counterparts. So yeah, very pleasant sounding, very, very nice to work with, and obviously a ton of stuff under the hood. And obviously a lot of people are going to use this to actually create their own sounds, start from scratch, tweak an oscillator, use the LFOs, put it in whatever place you want through the matrix. Obviously that's not what this demo has been about, but hopefully I've sufficiently demonstrated to you what this sounds like out of the box, and obviously you, as someone who knows synthesizers, can see what you can do with it. So cool. I think that's it for today's video. Again, thank you, Yuhi, for sending me this. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to use this in a future project. Obviously, I have the Luftrum sound packs for the Repro-5 coming up as well, so stay tuned for those. Can't wait to see what they've done with this, but super pleasantly, I can't say surprised because this is what I expected, but I'm really, really happy with this instrument. I was slightly thinking about how it's gonna sound like compared to Zebra 2 and Diva, because I use them all the time, and I'm like, I'm not left wanting, but this definitely does its own thing. It is very very warm. It is. I mean, thick, juicy, effortless, very pleasant to listen to. So it definitely has its own niche in my lineup, starting from now. So cool. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and finished.